Deep in the heart of an African swamp, where the water was dark and still, there lived a creature that most people never dared to look at closely. With a massive beak shaped like an old wooden shoe and eyes that never seemed to blink, the Shoebill Stork stood silently, like a statue carved from stone. To the villagers living nearby, the swamp was a dangerous place. Crocodiles lurked under the surface, snakes slithered in the reeds, and sometimes, predators came to hunt the weaker creatures. But there was one secret the swamp kept: it had a protector. The animals of the marsh knew him not as a bird, but as the silent guardian. The shoebill never made unnecessary noise. While parrots squawked and kingfishers darted around, this bird stood tall and motionless for hours, watching. To a stranger, he looked lifeless, as though he were nothing more than a shadow in the mist. But the animals knew better. The rabbits drinking at the water's edge, the turtles resting on the logs, and even the little fish swimming below all felt safe when the shoebill was near. His silence was not weakness, it was strength. For when danger approached, the silent guardian struck with terrifying power. One hot afternoon, the swamp lay quiet under the blazing sun. A family of antelope came to drink at the water's edge. They bent their heads low, unaware of what was sliding through the water toward them. A crocodile, hungry and patient, had been waiting all morning. Slowly, silently, it moved closer, its eyes just above the surface. The smallest antelope, just a fawn, was about to sip when the water exploded. The crocodile lunged forward, jaws wide, ready to drag the young one beneath. But before the fawn could scream, there was another sound: the clap of wings. The silent guardian had moved. With a sudden leap, the shoebill struck the crocodile with his massive beak. The reptile thrashed, stunned by the unexpected attack. The bird's piercing stare did not waver as he jabbed again, driving the predator back into deeper water. The fawn stumbled back toward its mother. The herd fled into the safety of the grasslands. And the shoebill? He simply returned to his post, still and quiet once more, as if nothing had happened. The swamp whispered in relief. Days later, another danger crept into the marsh. A python, long and heavy, slid through the reeds toward a nest of birds. The chicks inside chirped, unaware of the shadow above them. But the shoebill was watching. In a single stride, he was at the nest. With one powerful snap of his beak, he seized the snake, lifting it high above the ground. The reptile writhed and twisted, but the bird's grip was firm. The guardian shook it hard and dropped it far from the swamp, where it slithered away in defeat. The chicks were safe. The swamp breathed again. The villagers sometimes saw the shoebill from a distance. At first, they feared him. His monstrous beak and still, cold gaze made him look like a creature from old ghost stories. Some called him a bad omen. But over time, they began to notice something strange. Whenever the shoebill appeared, the marsh was calm. Livestock returned safely from grazing, children who wandered too close to the swamp came back unharmed, and the cries of wild animals lessened. Soon, whispers spread among the people: he is not a curse. He is a protector. And so, the legend of the silent guardian grew. Parents told their children that as long as the shoebill stood watch, the swamp would remain safe. Unlike other heroes, the shoebill did not roar, did not fight loudly, and did not seek glory. His strength lay in patience. By waiting, by watching, and by choosing the right moment to act, he protected more lives than anyone realized. From him, the swamp learned a valuable lesson: true power does not always shout. Sometimes, true power is silent. The silent guardian teaches us that we do not always need to make noise to make a difference. Sometimes, the quiet ones are the strongest. Sometimes, the protectors of this world are those who stand still, watch, and act only when it matters most. So the next time you see someone quiet, someone who observes more than they speak, remember they may carry the spirit of the silent guardian within them. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring tales from nature's hidden guardians.